Hi, Carol here, and welcome to my craft room. We are going to finish up this card. I actually made some, I'm going with the embossing paste, excuse me, I'm jumping again, and the texture paste, and I had run out of my own, so I made my texture paste just a little while ago, and I will go over this with you. And I took out about 5 different other texture pastes that we can compare. But first of all, I think we need to move on to the card that I did on the first video, where I took the embossing folder of Tim Holtz, and I used this this gel medium, which is Claudine Helmuth's gel. It's a clear gel, and I added it with the black stickles and black acrylic paint, and we ended up with this beautiful image. And I love the way that it wicked out like little wee trees along the line here. You could see it just in little places. So I put some Stampin' Up! Black cardstock on the back because it's nice and sturdy. And then I took Stampin' Up! Their new 12 by 12 craft cardstock, and I thought this, it's nice and sturdy, but I thought, I can't even think of the Baroque style on the back, I thought was awesome. So we are going to just finish this card up. I have my granddaughter's boyfriend's mother passed away, and I need to have a card for him. And I'm doing a memory book that we will do together. He's just going to bring me some pictures of his mom, and it's sad. She died of cancer, and as a cancer survivor myself, it's very difficult to see a 19-year-old boy lose his mom. And with just losing my mom a year ago, I certainly have empathy for him, and I wanted to make a nice card and add it to this album that I'm going to do, a memory album. So excuse me. So I took the Stampin' Up! Paper, and I think this is going to look beautiful. What I'm going to do is use the gold leaf rub and buff on the edges, and I took the beautiful set that I was gifted right here, the Thoughts and Prayers, and I am using Praying for You here. And then I used on this one, Sending Thoughts of Love, Praying for the Lord to sustain you with bright and restful days. And this is a beautiful set to have on hand if you don't have it already. I am so blessed to have such a wonderful friend to send that to me. And I still hang her Thankful for You right here. There it is. I just think that's gorgeous. And that was the rack that I was sent. And what I did was I took this stamp I had not used either. You know, one of those things you have to have because I love vintage. And to have a door hinge is a beautiful thing to have on hand if you like to do mixed media and you like the old vintage style cards. This is a nice stamp. And so I took Versamark on black cardstock, Stampin' Up's black cardstock, and I used some gold embossing powder that I had on hand, and I put it on the vellum with the little hearts here, and I heat set it in the gold. And it's funny when you look at this, isn't it? You're wondering, okay, what am I going to do with this? But watch when we put this together. I really think it will look really nice with the hinges. So I did 2 hinges, and I folded it. I mean, they look like old gold brassy hinges. It's awesome. So what I'm going to do first, I think I'm going to come down a little bit so that you can see what I'm doing here. That would be nice, wouldn't it? My camera's kind of moving. There we are. Okay, so let's see. Let's go like that, and see if I can move in and have a seat. I think that's why I like standing, because I can see the camera and see kind of what I'm doing here. So I'm going to use the Rub and Buff last because it's going to get on my fingers. I needed some brads, so I took these Graphic 45 old looking brads that I was gifted and racked. Beautiful Random Act of Kindness rack. I got those. And let's proceed to finish this card so that I can move on to the texture paste. So we have this, and I need to add this, but I need to check and see that my hinge, that it's directly in the middle of my hinge, like this. So let's see what we can do here. If I put this, I want it in the middle to center it. So let's just put a little bit of tape. Oh, I ran out of tape, wouldn't you know it? Hopefully I don't fall off my chair. So is everybody enjoying this massive humid heat we are having? Oh, I'm telling you, it's doing nothing for my pneumonia. As long as I stay in the cold, I'm okay with the AC on. I'm going to just put a little bit here and here, just to stick it down where, when I get it centered. So let's take this and see where this has to go, which is right there. So we will move this down like, oh, move it up. I'm just eyeballing this for now. Okay. So that's where that has to be. Let me see. I think I'm going to have to do it this way because my eyes. Let's try this. No, I can't do it that way. Okay, I'm going to keep at it here. Let's see. Let's try that right there. I won't move it. And if the hinge goes like that, which is perfect, then I can work around that. Okay, so let's turn this around, and I'm going to add some tape to the back here so it doesn't move. And I think this is a nice masculine card to give to him. And I'm just going to add double-sided tape. It's nice and strong, and this is a heavy card here. There we are. I'm trying to think what I'm going to do on this here. I think I'm going to have to glue it, but let's worry about that in a second. So let's take this off, and excuse me, it's a rough night last night of coughing, I'll tell you. I don't know when this ends. Phew. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can get a lot of glue on here. This is pretty sticky glue. And if I have to redo it, so be it. Let's turn it around. Isn't that pretty? And this Stampin' Up! Vellum is really nice with the hearts there. I really like that too. Alright, so let me just see how this is going. This is going on the back, and this is the front. Okay. So that looks right. I have to hold that here. That looks right. this goes over there like that. Close enough. Close enough. Very nice. Okay, so then I can add a glue dot underneath there, but I'm more worried at getting these on straight because I'm going to add the brads as well, right? And I'm kind of just folding them. I'll put some dimensionals on the back. So let's glue this down, and then we'll go on to the texture part too, of the texture paste. And I think you'll really like making your own as well. The paste is nice. It's nice consistency because you have control over it. Okay, so let's pull this. It's sticky, sticky. And then let's look at that one over there. How close to the edge am I? With a hinge, I guess you don't have to have it like dead on. But you know, sometimes you get a little fussy. There we go. And then fold that like that. And we have the front. What do you think of that? Isn't that pretty? With the hinges, I just love it. Okay, so then I'm not going to take the back of this off yet because I want to put a couple of glue dots back there to hold that down. Have to find them first. It's so funny. Excuse me. It's starting to break up now, so that's good. It's not so tight. That pneumonia is a horrible thing. Okay, so I think I'm going to curl this up into a little ball, and I'm going to put it behind one of these hearts. So this is a good place right there, like so, and one on this heart right there, and I think that'll hold it down nicely. There we are. Ball it up in your hands, and then I'm going to get some black dimensionals from Jody's that I bought a ton of. Beautiful, really sticky dimensionals, and they're just and they're black, which is nice. So let me grab those so I can put it on the back of this, and we can put it on our card. Excuse me a minute. I'm back. These are wonderful. And this is from Jody's shop. I think I'm going to cut them down, my old scissors, in half. Like so. And it's funny how you look at a card, and I like it when you, like, the whole idea comes from your brain. I like that. If that makes any sense. The whole thing comes from your brain. Don't know where else did it come from. Well, casing cards. I enjoy that too. Takes the stress away. There we go. And then in between here, we will put one here, one in the corner. And I have to say, I really loved that cardstock, Stampin' Up! Cardstock. Wow, the craft. That was gifted. I tell you, I'm blessed with wonderful friends, I'll tell you that. Okay, here we go. I am going to take my pick, if I can find it here, and I'll remove these. I have to raise this up because of the hinges. are thick. And with Father's Day coming up next week, it will be, this is a nice masculine card. You know, anything with hinges and dark and black and gold is nice. Okay, so let's put one here. One in the middle. One here. And one here. I have one left, so we may as well use that. I'll put this right there. I should actually use another one because right there on that hinge. We'll see. Like I said, these are sticky. And it's warm in my craft room, so this is going to be a little hard to take off, I think. Because they're sticky strips. There we go. Love the black. One down. This could take my whole time just removing these. There. I got some nice feedback on the texture paste. Isn't it, I love to use embossing, or not embossing folders, but the texture folders. Stencils. I can never remember that. Stencils and embossing folders I have problems with. I am looking for some flower stencils. I have a really nice card I'd like to do. Using the Stampin' Up! Bottle, water bottle? No, it's the canning jar. And I'd like to get a stencil with wild flowers. As soon as I've done this, if I have any time left, I'm getting the hang of it here. Don't stop me. Excuse me. My oh my, this is sticky. There we go. 4 down. Let's go, come on. You think with nails you'd be able to do this fast. I think they kind of deter you. But I think this is a nice card, and I want to use some of my 5 million stamps. And as a hobby stamper, man, you buy a lot of stamps. Phew. I have binders of them I gotta use up. At least use them. I don't think you'll ever use them up. But, oh my, come on. Work with me here. Putting me in a sweat. Do I have any time left? Wow. Can you imagine doing a whole half-hour video taking sticky off the back of dimensionals? There. Prairie Paper and Ink, Amy. This is where I found Jody's sticky stuff store. It has the exact dimensionals as Stampin' Up! But in black. Because sometimes when you use black cardstock, it's nice to have black dimensionals. Oh, I'm almost done. Come on. There we go. We did it. Yay. Okay, so let's see. Oh, this one is my round package. All right, so on this, I was thinking of stamping this tree with Versamark. See, I sit down and I have to get back up again. Oh, here's that Count Your Blessings. I just saw this. That turned out nice. Look at that. That's with the Martha Stewart texture paste. Came out very nice. I love it. I'm going to do a card with that. Right now, I'm going to move my chair and I'm going to stand up. This is not working for me. Okay, so let's get the tree down with the Versamark. I think it'll work faster if I'm standing. Okay, turn it around and I want to put it right there. And then I can use the seat of my chair. Bonus. What was I going to do that? I think I'm going to do that in the gold, the tree. Just like that. Okay. And I actually have all of my embossing powders in my apothecary. I have like a ton of them, and they fit in one drawer. I have 60 drawers to fill. That makes me laugh. Okay. I love this because it looks like wood grain. It looks like chipboard or something. It's really nice. Okay, here's where we get loud. I'm going to heat this up. There. While that's heating, I am going to stamp out my Praying for You on my thingamajig there. Stamp-a-majig, thingamajig. And I will do that in the no, what am I doing? In the Stampin' Up! Basic Black. That's my little makeup thing I keep on the end. If anybody hasn't seen that, all my inks have one in it. There we are. So get that in the corner. Position it. And we'll move that aside. Let's get our card here. It's nice and subtle. I like it. It really helps if this is Stampin' Up! Heat gun. And if you give it a couple of seconds to heat up, it's really nice. Add some to the back. Whoa, there's something sticking to me. My panel. Oh no, we don't want this. Yikes. Carol, do I do this all the time or what? I think I do. There. Oh, sweating. Okay, so we have the tree right here. Can you see that? Just subtle. And now I'm going to do the fibers. Yeah. And let's put this down here like so. It's always good to have a Stamp-a-majig. There we are. And let's get some Versamark on here. Get it in the corner. There we go. And awesome. It's funny how it looks crooked and then you put it on and it's perfectly straight. Okay. This is going to stick to something, isn't it? Okay, so not the right thing. Okay, and grab another one of these, some black embossing powder. And we want the Praying for You to stand out. Like so. always forget to use my embossing buddy. Not my buddy, I guess. There we go. Okay. So let's move that out of the way and heat this up. This won't take long. While that's heating, I'll put this away and we are just about finished. Isn't that awesome? Sentiment there, and I think what I'll do is I'll take some of the black Stampin' Up! Basic Black and my little sponge. It always comes in handy, and I think I am just going to have this tree not in the air. Awesome. How much time do we have? Yikes. A minute. Well, we did a card and I'll be back with the texturing. There we go. Let's get this on. Like this, finally. And then I'll do the buff, rub and buff. There we are. There's our card. I just think it's gorgeous. And I guess I gotta put these brads. Let's grab a little bit. I'll show you how this looks. Just put a little bit on your finger, like so, and go around the edges of your card. And you find this at Michael's. There, I'll just do this one corner so you can see it. Can you see that? It's really nice in person. So I'll do that in a minute because I want to quickly put these brads on. And have a little baby wipe because it is... Okay, so let's get our pokey tool and our Stampin' Up! Mat quickly, and let's add a brad. These are really big brads, really big base. There we go. So let's put one here, all the way through that card. I should have really, I'll have to cover that. I wasn't thinking. I should have done this before I put this down.